Welcome to the channel, everyone. Model Car Guy Rich here. Today I've got another special unboxing. This here is the 64 Plymouth Belvedere Johann release. This is the 1974 release. The original kit came out, I believe it was 1968, somewhere like that. Here is 125 scale. There's the side of this one. This is kit number GC964. There's another famous Superbird right there. There's the Johann address. Remember, this was part of a two-kit gift that was from my friends Tim and Russ. And guys, I thank you again so very much. This is so very special to me, especially Richard Petty. He was my favorite. He still is, along with the King, right? Alrighty, here's the sides. That one, that one, nothing on the bottom. Let's go ahead and get right into this one. Now, if you go back into my videos and see that I actually took a Lindbergh version of the Richard Petty kit, and that's the one I hacked up and made into, let's see where it's at. I don't even know where it's at, guys. Here it is. I turned it into the Belvedere station wagon back in the day, a couple months ago, I guess. And that one there turned out rather nicely. I can't open the hood, my fingers are a little sticky. So we got that one, and this here we're going to build it as a Richard Petty vehicle, the way it's supposed to be. I don't know when I'll get around to doing that, but when I do it, I'm building it just like that. So I'm going to definitely look for Petty blue and some nice black and everything. So alright guys, here's the unboxing. I've been waiting for this one for a couple days now. This is the glass. Oh, beautiful. Wow. Very nicely done, Russ. You really know how to take care of your stuff. Good job. There we go. That's protected well. Put that in there. I'll put a link in the description to Russ's website for you guys if you have a need. He has a company that he makes transmission adapters, and it took me a second to get my head out of my butt here. Transmission adapters for classic cars to where you can hook up a modern transmission to make your classic car ride a lot smoother than that. So if you have a need for that, check him out. He really works hard at what he does. The man is busy. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll also put it up right here on the video so you guys can pause it and check it out. So alrighty, here we go. We have the body, which is very reminiscent to me of the Cornet 500 from 65. It's a very similar body style, and also the Super Commando unboxing I just did a few weeks back. Very cool. Oh man, this is beautiful. Guys, this plastic is nice and thick, just the way I remember it back in the day. Okay, we've got a little bit of flashing on there, no big deal. I can't describe the color. It's tan, milkish. Alright, got a little bit of flashing body lines, you know, from the mold and that, but it'll clean up really nice. I love that look on the back end of those. Yep, very cool, very nice. Alright, here's the interior bucket. Pretty basic. It's a stock car, so I'm not going to get a lot of detail on there. It does have the pedals molded in on the bottom. I don't know if you can see them down there. There they are. Here's the chassis. Again, really nice and thick. Wow. Really nice. Here's the details that are included with the mold on that. And here we have the axles in plastic. Here's a fuel tank cover, air cleaner, radiator, 7-bladed fan, I had to count them, battery, steering wheel, which is not chrome, that's nice, right? And here's one of the, I think this is one of the axle pins. Hopefully the other one's in there. If not, I'll make one, no big deal. Here are 3 wheels, and 4th wheel's in this bag right here. So here's a big old shifter. Man, that thing is huge. Wow, very cool. There's shifter, alternator, one of the those things, valve covers, a foot gas pedal, a little cooler box, I think that is, maybe. I'm not sure on that. The second piece of the steering wheel, maybe? Well, I don't know what that is, guys. I'll definitely have to look that one up. And a fire extinguisher, that's very cool. And 3 wheels. Here's the other valve cover. Very cool. They say MT on them, which I believe was Mickey Thompson back in the day. Here's a tree with basically all of the roll cage components and some of these 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure what those are. I know this is a carburetor. These might be for the wheels. I'm going to set that aside, guys. I definitely have to look that up. Alright, then we have some 2-piece wheels. I don't know how this one went together. How did that get in there? Here we go. Yeah. We have 2 sets of wheels, 2 sides of each, so 4 tires. These are not really stock car racing looking tires though, so I'll replace those with some different wheels when the time comes to build it. But that's what was in the kit. Oh, I'm sorry, they are Goodyear tires, according to labeling on the side. Here's some wheel backings, a little bit of flashing going on there. Here's one of the seats. This looks like a regular stock car seat. That's pretty cool. And here's the tree. Wow, look at the flashing, guys. Isn't that crazy? From back in '74, they were just cranking these things out, you know. And I believe Russ was saying in the interview video that I did with him that Johan was running on a tight budget and they were cranking out as much as they could just to stay afloat, and more power to them, you know. But yeah, here's some evidence of that. Here's the engine blocks, the halves, oil pan, water pump, and time machine cover and that kind of stuff there. Fan belt and pulleys. The heads are here. Nice detail on the heads, but a lot of flashing. Some seat belts. Dashboard. There's the dashboard. It's kind of cool looking. Intake manifold, some exhaust pipes. Very cool. Very cool. I got a walk through time here looking at this stuff, guys. Yeah, I remember when this kit came out, and I couldn't wait to get it, because even back then I was a huge Richard Petty fan. Here are the side windows, and remember the front and rear glass were first thing I showed you. Here's headlights. Oh, maybe those 4 things. You know what? I bet you these 4 things here are the little blockouts that go on the front to take the glass out. They're like the plates that you put in to take the glass off the track, that kind of thing. I don't know what the heck you call them, block off plates for the headlights or whatever. That's what I bet those are. Here's a rear bumper. Or is that the front bumper? No, I think that's the front bumper. Yeah, definitely. That's a front bumper, guys. Alright, here's the other wheel, thankfully. That's pretty cool. Here's a piece of sprue, in case you ever wanted to see what sprue trees look like in 1974. That's that one. There you go. Here's the hood. Very nice looking. Yeah, minimal detail, but again, it's a stock car, so we're not trying to have showroom quality here. But very cool. Very cool. There's firewall. A lot more detailed than the previous kit I did on the 70 Saxon Martin Cuda. You know, much more detail there. Here's the grill. Kind of nice. Here's the rear bumper. Definitely. There we go. And a couple of miscellaneous pieces. Here's that other wheel axle thing, I guess we'll call it. Okay, that's there. So thankfully I don't have to make that. and the other two wheel backings and a license plate, I think. Or a piece of flashing, I don't know. Well, it has something on it. It's not a license plate. I don't know. Let's check it out right now. Let's look at the instructions. Oh yeah, wow. These are like almost brittle. Oh boy. Alright guys, let's see, final assembly, and put it so that, here we go. We'll start off, again, the browning of the paper. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Here's the engine going together. Put your engine in your chassis. Yep. Very nice. Yeah, not a lot of stuff's going on here, guys. Oil cooling radiator, that's what that little piece was. That little chrome thingy. Alright. Yeah, and whatever that is. Oh, those are the tail light covers. So the headlights, let's see. Headlight covers, there it is, guys. Yep. So those are part 47. Even though there's no part number listed on here, those are part 47. They are the covers, they just call them. The block off things, whatever you want to call them. Oh, here's something about Richard Petty. Blue Angel 64 Plymouth was a winner in 1964 Daytona 500. Despite the fact that Petty made 6 pit stops and ran 21 laps under the caution flag, he still set a new stock car record for 500 miles of 154.334 miles per hour and finished a full lap ahead of his nearest competitor. Holy cow. Well, that's why they called him the king. That is awesome. So, alrighty, folks, let's see one more bit here, and we'll look at the vintage decals. And wow, yeah, there's no way I'm going to try and use these, but man, they are so cool to have. Patterson Motors. It's a little hard to read the white parts. Lee Petty Engineering, little decal there. 426 cubic inch Plymouth, blah blah blah. Good job. Sponsors, you know, Hearst, Champion, Prestone, Wix. Nice. I don't see an STP one though. I wonder if this was before he had a big sponsorship with STP. Huh. But that's very cool. Number 43. There he is. Alrighty, guys. Again, thank you to Russ and Tim. I appreciate it, guys. You're awesome. And I can't wait to get to building these kits. So I thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day. I will see you on the next video. And as always, Model Car Guy Rich out. Keep on modeling.